Okay, we learned a lot of stuff today. We need to take notes. Right, where was we? Where were we? Okay. So we were at closures. Right, let's see. Let's create a new note. Let's go 4. Wait a minute. We are behind so much. We are at functions. Flow if else switch. What the hell? If differ pointer structure array slices. Okay. Maps. Okay, maps. We did not look at map. Okay, map literal. Okay. In the map. Okay. All right. Let's look at methods and interfaces. All right. So let me just take a screenshot and create notes on this. Ton of user moderate amount of example. This is Go. Methods. Methods are function attached to a type. Good. What is called a receiver. Methods are function. Pointer receivers. Modify pointers and functions. Pointer in direction. Even the rename expects user Go automatically uses choosing value or pointer. Use value receiver instruct is small. Use pointer modifying style large avoiding interfaces. Interface no. All right, got the notes. Pretty much like where are we? We stringers errors. Okay, readers. What the hell? Okay, readers. Okay, where I'm supposed to read readers. After this, generics and concurrency. Okay. The I/O package specifies the I/O reader interface, which represents the read end of a stream of data. The Go standard library contains many implementations of this interface, including files, network connections, compressors, ciphers, and others. The I/O reader interface has a read method. The read method. What is this? Just as a interface T and takes a byte, a slice of byte, and then returns n, which is integer, error, which is an error. Read populates the given byte slice with data, and returns the number of bytes populated and an error value. It returns an IO end of file error when the stream ends. The example code creates a strings.reader and consumes its output 8 bytes at a time. All right, let's open up. I was looking at it is okay, dude. Okay, did this guy like error type switches error? Okay. All right. First, strings as a reader, strings reader, and consumes its output 8 bytes at a time. Let's see what is going on here. We have a value. We create a variable r, strings dot new reader. This new reader accepts a string hello reader, and then b make takes a type and length for loop, which is a basically infinite loop. Read, so we get byte, the number of bytes or something, r read b. fmt print f n is equal to v error is equal to vb equal to v new line and error b. fmt printf b colon, so get all the what is the n, get every byte, I think, get all the byte. Get all the byte. So what is this new to specifier? If error to io.eof break. Go run. What did I just write? What did I just write? What did I just write? Low level style stream reader loop in Go. This is extremely common in files HTTP. What this does, creates a reader. Strings reader implements the IO reader. Okay, so I am assuming this function or whatever, this is just a builder. This strings reader, I believe some sort of again some sort of like what is this, some sort of like concrete implementation of this interface. Like when we build it, it's just like a factory, some sort of factory source pattern or something. So we don't know how this is being created. We just know it just creates it. This creates strings reader, and that means it can stream bytes, create an 8-byte buffer. Think of it like a buffer. The reader will fill this buffer repeatedly. 1 2 3 4 5 6. What the hell, am I blind or something? 1 2 4. Okay, we got 8 something. The loop, this try to read data into B. Okay, read the data into B. It returns number of bytes actually read. First iteration, buffer size 8. So first read grabs 1 2 3 4 4 5 6 7 8, because that's 8 bytes. Now n is 8. This line prints only the valid bytes. The valid byte important because buffer may contain all data. Second iteration, remaining. Now buffer becomes n is equal to 5. The remaining bytes in buffer are leftovers from previous read. That's why you use instead of whole B. N. Final, nothing left to read, so not actually an error. Error just means stream finished, approximate output. Okay, let's see. N 8-byte error nil B is this value, and Bn so this value Q. If we use the Q, it kinda, I don't know, the number read. what you actually learn, you learn the foundation of Go. It is exam used everywhere. Read buffer. Read. So this we have a 8-byte buffer, 8-byte buffer, and we read it into this buffer. So every time when we loop it, we just put 8 bytes into the buffer, and then we print the buffer. We get how many bytes were read into it. The original string, Carmen reading after something conceptually like first reader starts at position, it copies 8 bytes into the buffer, then updates position. Now it continues from position 8. Reads, then moves again, then turn nothing left. The read step for every call changes its internal state. That's why this works without you manually tracking everything. Same thing happens with file. The OS keeps track of current file position, like cursor. Each read moves cursor forward. If you want to go back, some readers support seeking. Now position resets to beginning. Why Go uses this design? Because streams can be huge files, live network data. You don't want to load everything into memory. Instead, read small chunk, process, read next chunk, process. Okay, so bytes. Bullshit, whatever this shit is, bro. Reader. Implement a reader type that emits an infinite stream of ASCII character A. Infinite stream of the ASCII character A. My reader to do add a read method to my reader. Well, let's see if we can. Okay, first I will create my reader struct, empty struct, bro. And then func, some sort of like add a read method, a read byte, takes in byte and returns int error. Are my reader. Don't know, bro. So implement a reader type that emits an infinite stream of the ASCII character A. Like how, bro? Like, do I just push values? Like, this buffer p byte is provided by the caller. Your job is simply fill buffer with bytes. Return how many bytes return. Read. Did not see it. color, your reader receives the buffer, you mutate it and return. Then color can call again for this section. Wait a minute, what the hell is going on, dude? So we got a reader, my reader, and we create a custom slice, 8-byte slice, and we fill it, we call read B. Okay, and when we call this P byte, when we call a read method, what happens when we call read method? So we get the length. What is the length of B? So range. So basically that's the length of the slice. We fill it with A. So essentially we have a read method that takes a B. And what we do so far, so we just need to B. We just want I range B. Let's say instead of B, let's use the P or whatever value P, and then we mutate it, right? We mutate it. Mutate the value. It's not a pointer. P I A, and then we return length of P nil. What is going on? And now we create a var reader r my reader do not need anything. R, we create another like B, which is byte. Okay, can you make just of type byte, length 8, B, R, read, don't need it, read to B, now convert the bytes into string. FMT print len string cool. So that's how you kind of create goofy looking reader. .13 reader. A common pattern is an IO reader that wraps another IO reader, modifying the stream in some way. For example, zzip, a new reader function, takes an IO reader, a stream of compressed data, and returns a pointer to zzip reader that also implements IO reader, a stream of the decompressed data. Implement a ROT13 reader that implements IO reader and reads from an IO reader, modifying the stream by applying the ROT13 substitution cipher to all alphabetical characters. The ROT13 reader type is provided for you. Make it an IO reader by implementing implementing its read method. A common, for example, the zip new reader function takes an IO reader, a stream of compressed data, and returns a zzip reader that also implements IO reader. How do I return this, bro? Zzip reader. So if we think about it, zzip, we just need to like for now just remove all this, copy this function. So we have IO, let's import it. ROT our IO reader, it ROT 13 reader returns IO reader. It doesn't really say anything. Like, what is this? It's a method R with type of, so we need to provide a reader when we create it. So here, strings, new reader. So this is strings. So we have a reader. Okay, we have a reader, strings reader, and now we pass in. Okay, ROT reader takes that reader R. IO copy OS standout R. IO copy. What is this method, bro? Copy copies from the source to DST until either bro. You are making a reader reads data from another reader, modifies the data, returns the transformed data. What is letters by 13 original and B O C P N. So hello becomes the key thing contains another reader inside it. That means your reader delegates reading. Your reader delegates reading, then transforms the byte. When someone calls RR read, you should ask underlying reader to fill buffer, modify bytes in buffer, return result. RR read takes byte, takes all the byte. Wait a minute, what is RR? R read to P. I0 lowercase if C is greater than or equal to A and C is less than or equal to Z. What kind of piece of shit script? All right, so the ROT 13 reader basically shifts the letters by 13 letters in the alphabet. So we are basically reversing that process, I think. Anyway, first let's implement the reader method. Okay, RR Rut reader, and then this just returns like integer. Let's see. What the hell? So this is where we need to uh, create that function. So first, RR reader, rut13 reader, right? It has this function RRR. So we can call it and that method as read method, and we call p. Now we don't have the p variable. We need to create that variable p, make byte 8 byte. We read it to the p. Now we can loop over it. Hi. Range p, and then p. So we modify that value. So this is a very complicated this is going to be complicated algorithm. So we need to check the value. We need to check the value, like, let's see. So we temporarily assign the value to C. Let's temporarily assign the value to C, and then we check C is less than or greater than or equal to A. So basically we are checking if it's in the middle. No, we are just checking if it's a valid we only process this and less than or equal to Z. So if it's, then we assign first, we start with A and we deduct C A. So let's go to Notepad. Let's say I have my value is 2. My ciphered value is it needs to wrap around. So I have 26 values, but when we do it, it's it needs to like deduct 15 values or something. Calculator, let's say calculator. 26 minus 15, 11. Is that 11? So 11 plus 13, that is 24. No, 13. 13 plus 13. 13 plus 13. 26. No. It's 15 plus 13. Now we get 28. So the correct value is 15. So if I have value 2, so all I need to do is just add 2 plus 13. Right? If I do this, I get 15. Okay, how does this work? How does this work? Rotate letters by 13 position. Need a wraparound after Z. Characters numbers in internally. So math works on character. Step means a all right, so to basically position in alphabet. For B, shift by 13 letters, wraps around alphabet. Without more go past, keeps it within a result. Okay. So first we need to convert. First we need to take it and convert to ones, 0 to 20 something. So if the first value a minus a, we get 0 plus 13. Oh, so we get the actual 13 values. If we use the modulo, so it wraps around and we add the value again, so we get the original value. Okay, so that is how you create the value. So we put it in there here. Okay, then we need to do the same thing for if c is greater than a and c is less than or equal to z, p I same thing. First take the value, remove a and add 13 and is a wraparound modulo 26 and add a plus so this is the loop. We just modify the bytes. Now what do we do? Now where is n? So when we read it, we get N and error from here. We just return N error. Mm. Let's import OS. Cannot use our value of type um, mm, as IO reader value in argument to IO copy. Does not implement IO reader. Missing method reader. Let's see what's wrong. Bruh. Images. Package image defines the image interface. The rectangle return value of the bounds method is actually an image rectangular as the declaration is inside package image. The color model types are also interfaces, but we'll ignore that by using the predefined implementation color RGBA, color RGBA model. These interfaces and types are specified by the image color package. What the hell? Copy real quick. Hmm. color model, bounds rectangle, add color. What do you need to do? So in the beginning of this, I believe imports. Let's I think in the get started method, maybe get started tutorial. Okay, quick start, learn, documentation, view documentation. Okay, tutorial, getting started. Okay, go mod tidy. So we just need to say go mod tidy. What the hell is this, bro? What do I do with this? Can I use browser? Nah, like okay, let's go CD. Let's see. Mm, let's set up. Notepad. File. Save and quit. So get content. Okay, now we have this. PNG. Mm, bytes convert from base. Yeah. Grr. Control